Welcome to Session 1, Geometry Problem Map, What is being asked? We will build the idea visually, solve a complete example, and finish with a short independent check. By the end, you will be able to classify a question as perimeter, area, volume, surface area, missing length, or angle measure. Use clue words and answer units together instead of relying on a single word. Reject formulas that calculate a different kind of measurement. Keep the diagram, the calculation, and the unit connected at every step. Start with the concept visual. The area covers the inside of a flat shape. The volume measures the space inside a solid. The angle questions use degree relationships. Read every label as evidence about what is known, what is unknown, and which measurements actually belong in the model. Here is the central reasoning. A rectangular patio can produce several different questions. Pavers covering the patio require area, edging around it requires perimeter, and a diagonal support creates a right triangle length problem. The same dimensions can therefore lead to different calculations. Geometry becomes easier when the target quantity is named before any formula. The same picture can support several questions, so the final sentence controls the model, the operations, and the unit. Keep the quantity and its unit together from the first line to the final statement. That habit catches formula mismatches before arithmetic can hide them. Now add a precision check. If a diagram provides several dimensions, do not assume every number is needed. Circle the quantity named in the question, cross out unrelated information only after you can explain why it is unrelated, and predict whether the result should be a length, an area, a volume, or an angle. A complete line of work should make the diagram, formula, substitution, arithmetic, unit, and conclusion easy for another learner to audit. Use this repeatable method. First, underline exactly what the final sentence asks you to find. Second, mark the boundary, interior, filled space, missing segment, or angle on a quick sketch. Third, predict the answer unit before choosing a formula. Finally, choose the formula, substitute the labeled values, calculate, and compare the result with your prediction. Do not skip the final check simply because the calculator produced a number. Let us model a complete example. A geometry question asks for the length of a ladder needed to reach across a right triangle. Which tool or measurement is needed? Step 1 is to organize the information. Underline exactly what the final sentence asks you to find. Step 2 chooses and sets up the relationship. Mark the boundary, interior, filled space, missing segment, or angle on a quick sketch. Step 3 carries out the mathematics. A missing side in a right triangle uses the Pythagorean theorem. A useful check is to classify the request before choosing a formula. The answer is Pythagorean theorem. Now verify the result against the original wording. The quantity, numerical size, and unit must all make sense together. Now it is your turn. A geometry question asks for the shortest distance between 2 points on a coordinate grid. Which tool or measurement is needed? Write a formula or relationship before calculating, then use the next 6 seconds to finish your reasoning. The model answer is distance formula. The distance formula finds how far apart 2 points are. A useful check is to classify the request before choosing a formula. Use this coaching check as well. Before touching the calculator, complete the sentence. The problem asks for BAs, so my answer must use units. Session recap. First, underline exactly what the final sentence asks you to find. Next, mark the boundary, interior, filled space, missing segment, or angle on a quick sketch. Then, predict the answer unit before choosing a formula. Finally, choose the formula, substitute the labeled values, calculate, and compare the result with your prediction. A strong geometry solution is more than arithmetic. It identifies the requested quantity, represents the structure, calculates carefully, and checks the meaning of the result. Carry that full habit into the next session.